Hello everyone and welcome back to Comic 47 Vlogs, and we have a box full of comics this week. So, I got a lot. Also, I'm kind of whispering because it's late and I don't want to wake anyone up. So, here are the comics of the week. I got the art of Rachel and Terry Dodson. My favorite artists. I think Rachel Dodson does the colors or some of the ink work, I believe. I'm not sure what Terry Dodson's wife does in the process. Maybe she does the inks. But it is really nice. Look at that. And I really like how they show every process. So here's the colors, here's the inks, and here's the pencils. They even get into the like initial thumbnail sketches, right? Even to the bare core of the sketches. And if you're a fan of Terry Dodson, this book is really nice, and especially for artists. You know, when you get into storyboarding and like traditional comic book art, it's really nice. I mean, even if you're not an artist, this is a really good book to check out. Look at that. Here's like a Star Wars cover, Star Wars artwork here, and then it's written in detail explaining everything. You can really get a lot of the thought process of the artist here. Look at that. Love it. I think he has the pencils. Sometimes you even have like a page that's just like the colors, the pencils, and the inks, which is really nice. So this book was $40, which is really not bad. It's very heavy, it's big, and it's quite thick. So it's also not that easy to find art books, like books on specific artists, especially comic book artists. It feels like these are more local books that you have to either get directly from the artist or directly from the artist from like Kickstarters and stuff. So it's nice that they had it at my local comic shop. So let's get into the comics of the week. We have some major highlights this week. We have Absolute Batman #6, absolutely amazing. This is the finale to the zoo. I'm not going to spoil anything, but we do get a first look at a few characters. We get kind of a sneak peek on some things, and Batman is insane in this comic. Absolute Batman just really does not hold back. It's crazy. He just doesn't hold back. So this is the series finale, or I'm sorry, not the series finale, but the finale of the zoo story arc. And then I believe the next 2 issues are going to be focused on Freeze. Yeah, it's a 2-part story on Mr. Freeze. I'll show you just the cover of the issue 7. So it's issue 7 and 8 is going to focus on Mr. Freeze, and soon we're going to be getting Absolute Bane, and he looks pretty good. Yeah, we have Zatanna issue 2, really good comic, another highlight of the week. I recommend this comic. It's written, drawn, everything is done by one person, Jamal Campbell. So he does this artwork. This is the original cover. But that's how the art looks inside. Look at that. He does all the coloring, the inking, everything by himself, and the story. Like, that's really hard to do. Each page is quite the work of art. Look at that. Even each panel is just beautiful. It's a work of art. And I'm sure he has a lot of references and uses a lot of 3D models, because like it's amazing when he does with that. And it's great to use references. It's great to have like 3D models, and you know, we're at a time where we can use more modern day technology to get art references for our stuff. So that's great. And you can do artworks like that in time. Here is a new comic series, also by Terry Dodson, the artwork. You can see here, Terry Dodson. So I got like, I mostly got this series because of Terry Dodson, but it does look interesting too. It kind of looks kind of like one of those 1940s semi-steampunk kind of comic books. It looks really interesting. I like the aesthetic. It's kind of old-timey looking. This is issue 1, so I was willing to give it a try for the art and for the aesthetic of it. So let's see if it's interesting. We have the LA Strong, a charity comic for victims of the Los Angeles fire. So yeah, the Los Angeles fire hit pretty hard in California and Altadena. So this is a $10 comic. They talk about, you know, the fires and how it affected people. I got it mostly for like for charity. I think it also gives previews of other different comics too. But I mostly got it for charity. Like even if I like the comic is interesting, I want to read it too. But I mostly just got it just to support. So yeah, it's interesting. I like that they did this. I really do. Cool. Detective Comics number 1095. I believe this is part 6 of the ongoing Batman story. I think this is part 6. And this is how the artwork looks inside too. So it's kind of I'm kind of mixed about the art. The art looks amazing, let me tell you. But it's like 3D artwork. Kind of just I feel like it's mostly 3D models, but it's kind of blended with 2D, which I'm fine with, but I feel like I don't know how I feel about like 3D models as comic book art. It feels weird, you know what I mean? But the artwork is really good, so I'm conflicted. Anyways, story-wise though, this is a really good story. I think we're gonna finish with this story soon, or if not, if this might not be the finale, maybe the next issue. But yeah, good story so far. Eddie Brock Carnage number 2. And I haven't actually read issue 1 yet, but the artwork is phenomenal. Look at that. I need to catch up on issue 1, then I'll read issue 2. I think I have this on my pull list now. Because it's really exciting to see Eddie Brock as Carnage. We've never seen that before, apparently. It's surprising that in all the, 40 years of Venom, we have not seen Eddie Brock with Carnage until now. That's crazy. Rockefellers, issue 4. This is the Mad Ghost universe, the one that Jeff Johns has been putting together. Issue number 2 gave us a glimpse into all the connected universes, which was really nice. It feels rewarding. Issue 2 was mostly filler. Issue 3 was good. So now we're gonna get to issue 4. It's a really fun series. This series is very family friendly, very wholesome. It feels like this is an example of what a healthy family should be. They communicate, they support each other. Yes, they have their issues here and there, but it's a very healthy family dynamic, and it's a very fun comic. It's one of those comics you read when you need a break, you know what I mean? Like just a break from everything. It's a really nice comic. If you haven't already gotten it, just wait till the trade paperback releases because they're already on issue 4. So it's not worth getting issues 1 through 4. You might as well just wait till they release the trade paperback, which is like 5 issues in one or 6 maybe. But yeah, really good series. The artwork is phenomenal, let me tell you. Like this artist, like just knows how to do insanely good paneling, and more people should be talking about this artist, Francis Manapul. Also, the story's pretty good too. This current author is writing Hornsby and Halo, which is the connected in the Mad Ghost universe as well, so that's interesting. Absolute Batman number 6 was one of the, and Zatanna were one of the highlights of the week. But you want to know what the real highlight of the week is? Look at this, the glorious Absolute Flash number 1. Look at that. My fingers are smudging the cover, but I'll wipe it. Look at that. Full covers are expensive, by the way. They charge more for them, but wow. Look at that. And I think they show you the original cover. Yeah, here's the original cover without any full. I haven't read this yet. I'm super excited to read it. This is absolutely the highlight of the week. A lot of people that have read it have said it's good, and I'm excited to read it. Absolute Flash #1. Look at the shine on that. I love foil covers so much. You Never Heard of Me, issue #3. I haven't actually read issue 1 still. I still haven't caught up to the series, but the premise sounds really good. It's like about this person that has certain powers. I remember reading the premise and really liking it, but I kind of forgot what it was about, but I did remember I liked the premise, so I gotta catch up. So I can't say if I recommend this book or not. It's a mini series though, so when I review issue 4 next month, I will let you know if you should buy the trade paperback or not. Another highlight of the week for some, Sonic the Hedgehog in DC. I love Sonic the Hedgehog so much, especially the Sonic the Hedgehog movies that are coming out have really boosted Sonic's popularity. But you got Parademons and Sonic. It's amazing, and I can't wait to read this. And it's actually pretty cheap. It's $4. Usually these big crossover events are like $5 or $6 at least. But this is a 5-issue miniseries, so it might be worth just waiting until the paperback releases. Usually it's worth it for miniseries, because you know that it's just going to be that series. Question All Along the Watchtower. You know, I feel like DC advertised this comic as being some kind of more important comic, but it's really not. It's more of a filler comic for the Justice League International sort of universe thing. But it's fun. I like Renee Montoya. I grew up with Renee Montoya as the Question. I didn't grow up with the original Question. I didn't really watch the Justice League Unlimited series as much as a kid. Like, it was on TV, but I didn't watch it that much for some reason. And I was a hardcore comic book fan. But yeah, Renee Montoya as the Question is really nice. It feels kind of fillery, this comic, so you definitely don't have to read it to really know anything that's going on in DC. It gives you just vague little things about the Justice League Watchtower and stuff, but I don't know. It's an okay comic, I'd say. It's still fun though. I kind of like reading it just to read it. I might drop it though if I feel like it's still kind of stale. And Titans #21. I've been behind on Titans. I left off on the Clock King 2-part thing that they had going on, so I need to catch up on Titans. But I kind of feel like I was never the biggest Titans fan or Teen Titans, except for the show. Like, the show made me a Teen Titans fan, but every other media besides that, I'm not a huge Teen Titans fan. So this is like one of the only comics I've read from them, and it's okay. I might drop this series soon. I'm not sure. I'll see. I mostly got it just to get familiar with the Titans. But yeah. Nightwing #124. The gang wars continue. Nightwing is trying to tie like the 4 gangs in Bloodhaven together, but then this corrupt governor is trying to split them apart again and make this like military style police that enforces on everybody. So yeah, it's really interesting. It really shows Nightwing's aspects of trying to be the peacemaker and the non-violent person. And it, like, I feel like they kind of test Nightwing. They really want Nightwing to be more violent, but he's just like trying to keep it together, you know what I mean? So I think it's a good Nightwing series. Not like super excellent, but good, you know what I mean? I think it's good. Good, but not super great, if that makes sense. So it's enjoyable though. Let's see. Oh, and I also got Nightwing #123. This from last month. I was kind of behind, so this is the Hush variant, since Hush 2 is coming out soon. I got a lot of comics this week, my god. I need to get less comics. One World Under Doom issue 2. issue 1 was really solid. It sold me on the premise of Doom being a leader. Marvel has been announcing Doom a lot lately, like a little too much, but this series is actually pretty fun, and it's actually really good, so I'll allow it. I'd recommend reading issue number 1. You don't really need to read the tie-ins. I even kind of skimmed through the Fantastic Four one, and they didn't really get that much into it, so I think you really only need to read the main series, which is refreshing, because sometimes I feel like you have to read the tie-ins to know what's going on a little better, and sometimes I just don't feel like reading all the tie-ins, because A, it's buying more comics again, and B, um, I just want to read this casually, you know? So yeah. Deadpool Wolverine number 3, another series I'm super behind on, but looks super fun. What more can I say? It's Deadpool and Wolverine. Advertised, I guess, because of the movie that came out recently, so, Avengers, the Heist of the Century. I can't wait to read this. I think this is a 3-parter, so this might be the final issue of this like mini-series. This was like one of the most fun comics I've read in a long time. It's a really, really fun comic. It's just like, you don't need to know anything about the continuity right now. Very new reader friendly. Just fun. It's a lot of fun. I really recommend it. The artwork is really good too. Yeah. Fantastic Four reprint of issue number 3. I unfortunately didn't get the reprint of issue number 2. That's really unfortunate. I really wanted it, but they sold out. But I got issue 1 last time, so yeah. And finally, I got Transformers number 1, one of the most read comics of the year, actually. It's a reboot for Transformers, to attract new readers and old readers alike. Apparently it's really, really good, so I bought it. Kind of an impulse buy, because I'm not going to be able to read it right now, but I do want to read it really soon, so highly recommend it. Well, I'm sorry, I can't highly recommend it, but a lot of people do recommend it, so yeah. So that's why I had a comic box today. I bought so many comics this week. I mean, here, look at that. This is 1 week's worth of comics. I'm not going to be able to read all this in a week. Some weeks have a lot more comics than others, so I know I'll be able to like read them, most of them. But you know, in a slower week is when I catch up to the weeks that had a lot more comics. But with that being said, thanks for watching. Leave a like and subscribe, and tell me which comic series you're enjoying, which like comics you want me to review. And I've been thinking about doing this new idea where I talk about like current comics that I'm enjoying, because I really love talking about comics a lot, but it's very niche, you know what I mean? Not that many people are into comics. It's strange. Everybody watches the movies, the shows. They make like billions of dollars, quite literally, but nobody reads the comics. I blame DC and Marvel a lot, because they also isolate new readers. They don't really tell people to go read the comics if you like the movie. They never say that. Anyways, yeah. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.